This week, I made $10,000 with my junk removal company, and in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how I do it. How I get clients, quote jobs, and the system I use to repeat this every single week. And if you're stuck in a 9 to 5, tired of low pay, and sick of fake business models that never deliver, this is the real play that nobody is talking about. First, let's break down how I'm able to pull in $10,000 a week with junk removal while others are burning thousands of dollars just trying to get their business off the ground. Because the truth is, while everybody's chasing the next big hustle, junk removal gets overlooked, and that's exactly why I've been able to capitalize on it. Everyone's trying to start a clothing brand, run a sneaker resale hustle, or do personal training online, thinking it's the easiest, quickest way to make money. The problem is, most of these take more time, money, and trial and error than people expect. You need branding, content, clients, and even tech setups you might not be into. What they don't realize is the junk removal industry has been booming forever, and it's not going anywhere. You don't need to invent anything. You don't need a huge audience. You just need to find people who have junk they don't want to deal with, and there's tons of them. Homeowners doing renovations, landlords between tenants, people downsizing or moving. Some of these jobs pay $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, but you only need 4 to 5 of them a week to clear 10K. And the best part, once your systems are set up, the business starts to run on autopilot. Now, I started off borrowing my buddy's truck and renting and using my boss's trailer just to get my foot in the door. Now I have 3 trailers, 2 trucks, and a business that gives me the income and freedom that I was chasing from the start. Last week, we cleared out a garage and an entire yard that paid us over $4,800 in just one day. So now that you get why this works so well, let me walk you through how I'm able to close these high ticket jobs on a consistent basis, even in competitive areas. If you want to get your junk removal business off the ground, it comes down to 2 crucial things: getting leads on autopilot and knowing how to price the job so you can actually make money. Getting the first sale can be as easy as posting in a Facebook group. Yes, seriously, it's that easy. But if you want to scale to $10,000 plus every single week, you need a real system that brings in leads daily, closes high ticket jobs, and keeps your calendar full without burning you out. Most beginners either underpay for marketing or overpay for websites that don't convert. Or they use the wrong marketing strategy because they don't understand their ideal customer. They post one ad, get no leads, and give up. You'll end up wasting time quoting jobs manually with no scheduling system and end up losing money on dump fees or gas. These are all mistakes you can completely avoid if you first build the right foundation for consistent $10,000 weeks. And here's exactly what that foundation looks like. I post community style ads in Facebook groups, no spammy DM me ads, just posts that really work. I run $50 a day Facebook lead form ads, not to my website, but straight to my CRM. That brings in 8 to 10 leads daily, and I usually close 3 to 5 because I follow up instantly. I use Jobber to schedule, quote, invoice, and track every job. It is my command center. I can generate as many leads as I want, but let me ask you this. What is the point of getting leads if you're not actually getting paid? If you don't know how to close the deal and actually complete the job, then the money never actually hits your account. If you don't respond quickly, the lead goes cold and somebody else closes the deal. Quote too low and you bleed profit. Quote too high and you lose the job completely. And whatever you do not waste time on back and forth text. Close the job when you have them on the hook. Here's exactly what I do as soon as a lead comes in to turn that interest into a paying client as quickly as possible. 1, I respond immediately. If they send clear photos, I send them an estimate over text. 2, I give a range and say something along the lines of, yeah, it'll be somewhere between a half and 3/4 trailer, $350 to $525. That manages expectations. If I'm unsure or it's a big job, I show up for the quote, ready to work. Face-to-face closes 60% more. Once accepted, I plug it into Jobber, schedule it, and confirm. 4, my trailer is sorted daily. Scrap metal gets recycled, resellables go on Facebook Marketplace. In this business, every penny counts. Now, I price based on volume. Cubic yards, set tiers. Too cheap and I lose money, too expensive and people go ghost, and I've nailed the sweet spot. Now I collect full payment immediately after the job. If it's anything over $2,000, I take 50% up front. Now if you're doing all of this and you're starting to get your first few sales, and you've already gotten a taste of what this business can do, but you want to scale it even further, then you'll want to check out the free community I built. Inside, I've helped hundreds of people go from removing junk in their spare time to turning them into $10,000 a month businesses. Let's take Eric for example. Eric started off with $0 income, hadn't even started his company, and within 2 months of working with me, he's already doing consistent $10,000 months. Now, if you want access to the same marketing strategies and tools that I use, you can click the first link in the description and sign up to join my free junk removal community. Finally, let's talk about the real secret to making $10,000. Not just once, but every single week. If I'm not tracking my leads or asking for reviews, I'll be leaving thousands of dollars on the table without even realizing it. Think of it like trying to fill a bucket full of holes. You can keep pouring in leads all day, but if you're not sealing the holes with proper tracking and social proof, most of that opportunity is slipping right through the bottom. Now, what separates me from the competition and keeps clients from hiring someone else is simple. Most of my competitors are not using repeatable systems that actually scale. They run ads, but I have no idea which ones are working. They post inconsistently and disappear from local groups. They never collect reviews, so new clients don't trust them. This is the difference between a business that struggles to survive and one that scales with consistency. Most junk removal businesses plateau because they treat it like a hustle. I treat it like a system. Here's exactly how I run it like a real business. Every lead is tracked in Google Sheets, including impressions, conversions, costs, and returns. I post consistently in Facebook groups, always following the group's specific rules. After every job, customers receive an automated review request through Jobber, or they scan my Blink digital business card to leave me a review. I track income from scrap metal and resold items that offset my expenses by a couple $100s a week, which helps offset fuel and dump expenses. Now, once I had this system in place, 10K weeks became consistent. What started as a side hustle very quickly turned into a real business that I could control my income and my time. Now, secrets out, you have the full blueprint of how I run my junk removal business. You can take what you learned here and start building on your own, then go scale it far beyond what you thought was possible. That's exactly what Josh Bryson did. He went from making $1,000 a month, still at his full-time job, to making over $30,000 a month in his full-time business. And he did that all using this exact strategy. And it helped hundreds of others in my community do the same exact thing. So if you are serious about taking this further, click the link in the description and sign up to join my free junk removal community. Thank you for watching.